went to a key party last night. Well, this is not the time to relive your youth. 70s sounded fun, but
Yeah.
it's over.
Your friend Taco meet Sorrentino.
My mom was not. I know. I'm not just saying this because she's my mom and I don't want to think about it. I don't think my mom is adventurous in that department.
My mom wasn't adventurous either. It's not even. She,
It wasn't
she had like
happening.
a strict dad, and she met my dad when she was in high school. She was like 17 when they finally got together.
My mother and
that was
father
it.
met when they were in high school too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she locked that down.
I would tell you the story how my parents met. My
I don't know if you ever did.
No, my mother worked for a bank and she was doing bill collecting, and my father owed her so much money, and they were
Oh my
calling
God.
to represent, and he was like, "Oh man, I could stall this if I sweet talk this lady," and he got her to go out on a date.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, did
I
it
love
work?
that.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked.
Obviously, I was born.
No, I mean the law, like the money part of it. Like,
Oh, I don't know. I didn't really ask her, but she was like, "Why would?"
Oh, I
was
love
like,
if she
"Why would you get
squashed his debt
involved?"
like illegally or
Yeah,
something.
maybe.
That'd be
Oh, that'd
great.
be awesome. That's something I would do. I would imagine she would.
Throw
Bonnie
this
and
one
Clyde
out.
of Great
Yeah.
Kills.
Speaking of my dad, today is actually his birthday, so I am going to take a shot for
Oh, his
him and
birthday.
for all dads everywhere. I love you guys. Keep being dads.
Keep being dads.
That was a shot of Brugal Anillo, the dark Dominican rum. I'm also drinking a Blue Point
There you go.
Moon Pumpkin.
What do you
Ale
have?
or something.
Oh, I'm drinking a summer ale.
I like the label on that. I haven't seen that Sam Adams.
Oh,
it's
this
cool.
is like, it's a new
I like
new
it.
summer
Kind
ale.
of old timey.
Solid yellow.
I'm drinking Simpler Times.
Simpler times.
Simpler Times.
Sitting in the backyard.
Just thinking of
That's the
simpler-
corniest. That's the corniest name for beer.
It is the
Who
corniest.
named this?
This is from Trader Joe's, but I still don't know.
Who named this beer?
I think I always assumed it was like
Republican Party.
What was the
Simpler Times.
what was the conversation around the table?
Make America great again.
Yeah. Make beer great again.
Make America simpler again.
Make America.
I'm down for that.
Make America drunk again. I can totally get behind that. Like the Animal House party runs. Like I want to see a bunch of Animal House guys running for president.
The Animal House party runs.
Yeah,
is-
the Delta House.
You don't want the Animal House party runs.
I'm voting for Delta.
Well, Laura's back.
I'm back, guys. I missed you so
We
much.
miss you too. I'm sorry it took this
Back.
long.
I miss you guys.
Miss you too.
It's all right. It's crazy times.
We're here. We're in the backyard. We're socially distanced in my backyard.
Just ridiculous times. I think it was supposed to be a difficult 3 months, and then you kind of you cope and you deal.
Yeah.
It's just a mess.
Well, because now we're dealing with the opening up mess. Now we're dealing with the what do we do now? What do we
It's
do
still
now,
a little
mess?
scary out there. I'm not gonna lie. The Rock just got coronavirus.
Oh, no.
Dwayne the Corona Johnson.
That's not
just
not
got
good.
COVID. That's
Damn.
terrible. America's Hawaiian celebrity. America's own.
Beloved.
Yeah.
America's top Hawaiian.
cherished. The Rock. Dwayne Johnson.
I don't know.
My God, the Predator's back here.
We got
Yeah, it does sound like
helicopters
the
before.
Predator.
Now we have these
What
cicadas.
is- I don't
That's
know
a
what that
cicada,
is.
I think.
That's a cicada?
Is it?
I don't know.
It just
It's like
decided to
alien.
start
Not
going
usually-
right now.
But then it's usually not at night.
What the fuck?
Maybe it's a katydid.
Oh, do you
Maybe
think?
it's a Katie didn't.
Why don't you shake the branches
Doesn't
and
sound
see
like a
if you
katydid.
can knock it out?
Hey!
He's got tree frogs back here.
I'm
We
gonna
saw
try.
one. Was
Shake
that
try.
last summer?
Shake
Remember
the
that?
branches.
All right, he's gonna shake. He's gonna go shake a tree. Oh, he tripped over the power cord. We're still rolling.
Wait, but
He's shaking a
it
tree.
stopped.
Oh, yeah. Look at you scared.
It's flying.
Wow. All right. He tripped over the power cord to the podcast. Somehow, we're still going. Shook a tree, and then a giant green bug flew out of it.
Wow.
Oh God,
You
it's
did it.
terrifying.
You did it.
I did it. I
I'm
saved the podcast.
I'm proud of you.
Podcast.
We have a podcast
Everything's all
today.
right over there? Nothing like came out? Look
I
at
don't.
you.
I don't know how.
Wow.
We're still recording.
We're still recording.
That was all.
That was a loud ass bug. It must have been in the branch that the wire. You see how the wire's going like right up? You startled it. You startled it good.
Yeah, all right. Still in there tight. Sorry. Oh,
No, that's
good.
you did what had to be done. You're a hero.
You know
I'm
what?
impressed, Chris.
Thanks. I was terrified the whole time.
You're very scared of bugs.
I am scared of bugs. When I
You're
got
not good with
there,
bugs, man.
when I got there, I knew this bug was gonna be jumping out of a tree. You know what?
You
I
faced your
I had
fears.
to muster up everything from the bottom. I had to pull it up,
You did. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud
Yeah.
of you too.
pick myself
You've
up by
come
my
a long way,
bootstraps, and
baby.
I made it. Yeah, I made it happen.
This is America. You can
Yeah.
scare bugs now whenever you want.
Yeah, you guys are welcome.
We'll set the scene. We're in the yard at
We're in
Chris's
the-
wing.
We're in the bug yard.
You're in
The bug
The
yard.
giant bug, the screaming bug yard. Bug in a tree screaming.
It was
its
really
head
loud.
off.
It was really loud.
Yeah, it got pretty worked out.
Bug, come on, bug. It's getting real worked up.
Excuse me. We're trying to record a podcast here.
Bug, come on. What are you yelling about?
Oh, that was dramatic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have another
How hard
beer.
is your life? You're a bug.
Go for it. We all
Cheers.
have our own beers with. Oh, look at you with the big L.
See? Oh, I have a
You're
bag.
like Laverne.
A bag with a big L on it. You want
It's
to
Laverne's cooler.
It is the Laverne
It is
L.
It's a Laverne.
Oh my God! You really, yeah.
Doing it my way.
There you go.
That's the song, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna make your dreams come true.
Doing it sideways.
Yeah.
I remember my uncle. He was
Cool.
like, I think it was for Laverne and Shirley. She would drink like Pepsi and milk. That was her
Oh my
drink.
God! It's disgusting.
I tried it. Did you ever try? Did you try it?
Yeah, absolutely not. I wouldn't try it if you
tried it.
put a gun to my head.
I get it.
No.
Well, it's kind of like an ice cream float
Oh.
that's been sitting around.
Isn't that what that's called? Something? Isn't that like an egg cream?
No, that's not an egg cream.
Yeah.
An egg cream's
milk
pretty.
and-
An egg cream's good though.
Milk and
It's-
salsa. And egg cream is milk
Yeah.
and salsa
Milk,
with
Salsa
chocolate
and
syrup.
Yeah, no, this is milk
No
and
eggs.
Pepsi.
Okay,
It's
that's
called
weird.
vomit.
Just
That's
straight,
what it is.
straight up milk and Pepsi.
Get the fuck out of here.
I tried it. I
No.
did it as a kid.
Oh God, I'm gonna vomit just thinking of it.
I just wanted to be like Laverne when I was a kid.
You just could have got an L on your bag.
Yeah, I didn't.
You'll never be as Laverne as me. Never.
No.
No, you're the most Laverne ever. I like your I like the bag. I have beer in a bag that my wife was using to store breast milk. That's my
That-
cooler. That's
Oh, I
empty.
used those for years. I
They're
got a bunch
great.
of free ones. My mom worked in an obstetrician's
Oh,
office.
yeah, and they give like they would
Always
give them
giving
away
them
with all,
out.
like coupons and stuff shoved inside.
Yeah, I had so many of them. I still use them as cooler bags. What? They're insulated.
Yeah.
No, this was like
And they came with ice packs.
I was able to throw 3 cans of beer in this. Skip hop
It's fortified with breast milk
I recommend
particles.
for simpler times.
For simpler
Get yourself a
times.
skip hop cooler.
Simpler times, like back when you were drinking breast milk yourself as a wee
I
lad.
was not.
Yeah, neither was I.
I was denied.
Yeah.
It was the 80s. Were any of us? I wasn't breastfed. Were you
I don't
breastfed?
know.
You weren't.
I don't know.
You probably weren't.
I don't know. You might have been.
Everybody's dead. I don't care. Everybody asked.
It's so stupid. The whole formula. What a scam. What a crazy money making scam.
Formula? Yeah.
Yeah, it's unreal. My mother didn't do it. I think I said this on the podcast before, maybe with you. My mom had in my baby book like a pamphlet that she got from the doctor's office about giving your baby formula.
That is
And
better than
There was a
breast
section
milk.
on, and it said in some primitive societies They like babies are still breastfed in some primitives. It was kind of this like,
if you pick up a National Geographic,
yeah.
you might see some breastfeeding.
But it made me. I don't judge her even when I think about like, all right, I've learned so much during this pandemic because when my kid asks me a question, I don't say because God made it that way or just it is what it is. Or,
Yeah, you have to give it an actual
I would give an actual answer, and I'm learning shit every day, but I have the advantage of being able to go online when I don't know the answer and I can get the answer. My mom didn't have that. So when I was a kid in the 80s going like, why? At some point it's like, I don't know. Like we're not going to the library. Like I'm not digging through books to try to find the answer to your question. And it would just be like, the Angels are bowling, and like that was the end of it. But my son now is like, he's like a...
That's true, because sometimes they ask you questions that stump you. They're like, Gwen used to ask me questions about like stars and how far away they are and why this happens.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, I don't know. We got to look that up. I don't know.
Yeah, and a lot of people just dismiss it. So we have this nanny in the house now, and she's great, but Ben was flipping through this book that I got him about space, and he was on a page about the sun, and he's just talking out his ass. He was like, the sun is all lava. That's why it's hot. It's all, and it's like, it's not, you know what I mean? And it's just, there's this other person there going like, yeah, she's just like agreeing with it. And I'm like,
oh no.
And I'm like, no, it is. And I'm in the other room and I'm like, it's a star, buddy. And he's like, yeah, it's a star.
Yeah.
But you know what? I also think that's all right. Just make shit up. They're using imagination.
Well, he makes shit up all the time, and it's funny when he's talking to somebody else. I love it. But like with me, it's like you gotta call him out on it too. But one thing I said, and I do it all the time, is like I am not afraid to tell my son that I don't know, and I'm not afraid to tell my kids that I like fucked up. There have been times where I'll be like, dude, I'm sorry I yelled before. I really thought you took that from your sister. I didn't realize you had it first, and she, you know what I mean? Like something, you just come in as a parent sometimes and you yell at the wrong kid or something.
Or you yell at your husband.
If my mom made a mistake, she stuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like mom's never. So what, if I yell at my husband?
Yeah. Today, I wasn't going to talk about this, but
here we go.
I went to the Poconos for a few days with my family. My mom rented a house. She brought my kids up there, and I went up and I met them. I was gone for like 4 days. I come back, and there's these munchkins on the counter.
Told you I'd eat those munchkins.
Right in front of the spoons, right where we drink our coffee. Here are the munchkins, open. Now, I just come in. I walk in the house. I put my bags down. I glance in the kitchen. I notice the munchkins right the fuck away.
You get excited?
No, I get mad.
No, right. Your first thought wasn't, ooh, munchkins? Like they're
My
fresh?
first thought was these munchkins were left here on Monday.
So you knew that.
Why
Okay.
are they
get mad
here?
at a munchkin?
And they're open. They're open on the counter.
It's all right.
All right, listen, I'm not saying that maybe this is the most serious of offenses, but I was annoyed that these munchkins were open on the counter. And Frank was like, now we have this whole thing. Ella's around, right? My littlest one. She's 9. She's around. Frank and I end up fighting over these munchkins. Like, we just end up having like a 5-minute fight.
As soon as you get in the door?
And then we talk it out, right? Frank goes down to find Ella, right? And she's like, Dad, I opened the munchkins. The first thing she did when we walked in the house, because she was with me, was see the munchkins in the kitchen, open the box and eat one of the stale munchkins.
Sure.
I would have done.
So she left the box open, and Frank came back up, and I know that he had some, in his heart, he was like, yeah, I win.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want to say.
Did he insist that he didn't leave them open, or was he? Because I do. Chris, do you do what I do? I will have a clear memory of something. If my wife is like, no, blah, 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 I'll literally be like, I must be an idiot. Like, I guess I'm wrong. My memories are wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
because mostly I'm stoned, so I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you're right.
just
Like
throw in the towel. and say,
Yeah, I don't.
yeah.
I don't
Guys,
remember
that's
anything.
That's the smart thing to do.
I don't
throw in
remember
the towel.
anything.
You
For the most part,
for
I
the
play
most
things
part.
smart. I got in a lot of. I
What
was in a
about
lot of
towels?
trouble with Christine
I'm
very
sure you
recently
were.
because she was tickling Ben, and Ben started like crying and getting, and she's like, "Oh, you're being ridiculous," and I was just like, "Hey, I've been with you. I met Christine 14 years ago at this point. Like we just hit
Yeah.
that anniversary, right?" And I was like, "I never said this to you.
I don't like when you tickle.
You're terrible at tickling." I was like, "It hurts."
Ow!
I've never.
Look, even Chris got hurt. Even at the
Chris got
mention of
hurt.
her tickling.
Why is your wife
Chris
under
got
the table
hurt.
trying to tickle me?
I got in a lot of trouble, but I wanted to help the kids out because I see him crying and I know she's just digging her nails into her ribs and it feels fucking horrible. And she thinks that's tickling. And I was like, have you ever made anybody laugh? Ever doing that? Because it fucking sucks. I hate it. And I was like, listen, I know I'm, and she got mad at me. I was like, I know I'm in trouble right now. I was like, but I was like, this is for them. And I even said to Ben, I was like, how's it feel when mommy tickles? Like, not good. I was like, no. It's not
For the
good.
children. You have
Don't-
to save your children.
And I was like, do me a favor. And she was like, I don't even want to talk to you right now. But and I was like, fine. I was like, but do not tickle our children.
Do not tickle our children.
I was like, just don't. I'm sorry.
Dude.
I know you're mad at me, but for them, don't. You suck at it. It hurts. Don't do it.
You gotta start DAT. Dad. Dad's against tickling.
I'm all for What she does is not tickling. She thinks she's tickling.
Well, it's for all those non-ticklers out there. You just put a blanket statement of like, we don't want any tickling. 'cause
I've
some
met
of
bad
you,
ticklers.
Some of you can't tickle.
That's true. There are bad
There's
ticklers.
bad ticklers. There's definitely bad
They
ticklers.
can dig in too much.
You gotta finesse a little. If it's just if you just digging your fingers.
That's
into...
not a tickle.
It should
No.
be a quick.
Tickles-
The tickling
tickles
is about
like a-
the expectation.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the anticipation of tickling too. Like I can make Ella laugh tickling her, and I'm not even tickling her. I'm just threatening to tickle her, and then I jump,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
she's like ah, and screams.
Yeah,
like,
you,
I didn't
yeah,
even touch
you put the fear of tickle in her.
Like, one little
The
poke.
fear of
The
tickle.
fear of
The
the
fear
tickle.
of tickle.
That's a book. Chris Sorrentino, The Fear of Tickle.
The fear of tickle.
Have you read The Fear of Tickle? If you have kids, read The Fear of Tickle
You have
by
to
Chris
read The
Sorrentino.
Fear of Tickle.
Read The Fear of Tickle. I'm telling you, it's the only book you need to read. If you want to know about parenting, just read
For the new dad in your
The
life.
Fear of Tickle by
There's 4 chapters
Chris.
about White Castle. How could you not read this book?
The Fear of Tickle. Yes, I was in some deep shit for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just intensified. That's gonna keep happening, but as they get older, when they're
Yeah.
like 12, and then 15, like it just keeps. Those things will come up.
This has been the ultimate test of our relationship. Is a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old and stuck in the house since March has been a lot. And I'll tell you, there was a period where it was bad to the point where you're like, I don't know if we're gonna get through this.
That's called bad to the bone.
You bad to the
That's
bone.
bad to
And then you gotta, but you just have to readjust. No, I said to her, I was like, this wasn't supposed to happen until we were retired, and even then, somebody would leave the house, somebody would go, whatever. You know what I mean? Like your bingo
have
night or
something.
whatever it is. Like
you
you
could
go
have
do
lunch
something.
with the ladies. You could drink some simpler times with the fellas.
This is
Tickle
not
practice.
normal. And
Tickle-
forget about a
Tickle
marriage.
rehab.
I can only,
7-day retreat.
I'm sure roommates are never going to talk again. I'm sure like
This has definitely been a test for people married,
Yeah.
family. There are people moving out of their parents' house. They're 20. They're like, I'm done. I got to get the fuck out of
there's a
here.
lot of people
right
moving
now.
into their parents.
People
houses.
moving back into
I know
their
a
parents'
lot
house.
of people because
There's
it's
people
like
moving out of New York, and I think that they should all just go. And if any of them are listening right now and you're considering leaving New York,
Yeah, go.
I'm here to help you out and tell you you absolutely should.
you should.
You should leave. You should all get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
I'm waiting.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck
It's-
out of here.
It's like 2 months until I figure out whether I'm staying in the United States or not. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
It is not. That is not. It's not. I've never been a guy to throw that around. I swear to God. Like I think I might leave.
Where are you gonna go?
Yeah.
You think Canada wants you? Canada don't want you. You're gonna have to sneak in. I know a lady who has a horse farm.
Canada they like comedy. There's some jobs there. My wife's an
Just
educator,
saying.
and my kids they're not in school yet, so we're not
I got a
my
stable
kids don't even know
for
they're
us to
Yeah,
sleep
yeah.
in.
Wait.
If-
Tell me more about this horse farm.
I know it's some people from the medieval costuming times.
from medieval times. What's the medieval costuming times?
We
You
feed
know.
all of our horses half a chicken.
In my, when I was like early 20s, I did the LARPing stuff with the medieval, the SCA, and all that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and fighters
Yeah.
and costumes.
We never really quit that.
I stopped. Yeah, eventually I stopped going. I was going because we were partying. My favorite part of that was like we would go around and party all night around fires and like
yeah, of course, yeah.
it was,
Yeah, no,
it was fun. As I got
I-
older and
I
I
would
had
enjoy
kids,
that
and then
too.
I camped with the people with kids. It was different. It was
Yeah.
not what I was. Then I discovered festivals like Jibber Jazz and really like
That's
Jibber
what we
Jazz.
get
I
to
gotta
do
go to
with
another
the
one.
band with the Wahoo Skipper
Right, I'm
Crazies.
like, oh, this
we
is
get
more
to
my
play
speed.
these.
Right.
Unfortunately, the one we were supposed to do in April was fucking shot down because
We
of all this
shot down,
crap.
and who knows if they'll be back. Hopefully they'll be back, but
hope they'll be back.
I feel
Those
like
are
they
good
were.
times.
Anyway, the horse lady is one of those people.
The
And
horse lady.
she has a whole farm, and I bet if we were refugees and we had to run up to Canada, we could sleep in a barn or
It's
something.
funny you said that because you talk about like how do you go to Canada? I was like, I wonder, will things get to the point where you can go there as a like
As a
like as a
refugee?
refugee, like
it
trying
should
to
be
get
that
refugee
now.
stuff. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about it.
Really? It's
Yeah.
on the table.
It's at 100% on the table.
God.
I don't want to do another 4 years of this, and
You're
if
gonna
I
have
didn't
different
have
money.
kids, I'd stick it up. But I look at the kids
you know
and I'm
what I
like,
mean?
oh,
the
like
whole thing.
my
Different
kids.
TV channels, maybe.
It's fine.
No, probably not.
You know what the
Lo-
shitty
Loonies
thing
and
is?
Toonies, man.
John,
That's
you know what the
fun money.
shitty thing is? No matter
Funny
where
money.
you go, you can move to another country. You're not escaping it. You're still going to be seeing it, thinking it, knowing it, living
But the
it.
kids.
The kids.
The kids.
Will somebody think about the children?
Won't somebody think of the children?
It's the kids. My kids don't know what the United States is. Like if we moved, it's not that. There's no like my friends, my school, it's just like yeah, we're
You're
doing
Swedish. You're a Swedish boy now.
It's a good time to do it.
They look Swedish.
You're a Swedish
Your
fan.
kids
You look Swedish.
Your kids look Swedish, and if you could
Sure.
get them out there now, you guys could go to some northern European country and fit right in.
I don't want to learn another
Oh,
language.
you slide right in.
Everybody,
Maybe not Christine, but the rest of you guys.
You'll be like,
You don't think Christine could slide right in?
I don't think she looks Swedish. But you
Yeah,
and your
maybe
kids look
not.
Swedish.
Yeah.
well, she could be the foreign wife. You know,
Yeah.
She's
The
still like
goyim.
super. She's the one with the Puerto Rican and like Italian. Like she's like 50%.
Yeah, definitely. She looks as Swedish as me.
maybe we shave her head, dye it blonde,
Yeah.
get that hair out of here because it's a dead giveaway for not being Swedish.
Yeah.
Swedish people don't have that hair.
What if
No,
you
they
just put a
don't.
chef hat on that hair? She could be the
She just-
Swedish
Why does
chef.
your mom wear a chef hat?
Yeah,
It's our
Swedish-
culture.
She's Swedish
chef.
because she's Swedish.
It's right in.
That's it. That's what Swedes say. Chef hats.
Oh,
Well,
guys,
I literally I started doing the research and I got to a certain point and I was like, well, let me stop now and just see how things play out. But that's a real conversation in our house.
My goodness.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
I
hear
think
you.
4 more years of this could easily be 8 more years of this could be the whole system of government changes. I just don't want to be here when it happens.
It's terrifying.
And hopefully it doesn't go that way. But right now I think Trump is going to win.
Oh my God.
If I have to be
What are you-
completely
are you
honest,
gonna
I think
move,
he's
Are you going to move out of the
well,
country?
I'm
over
not necessarily going to move out of
But
the
you have
country.
you have the Italian
But I
citizenship.
am
You
gonna-
can go to where fascism
Oh,
was born.
Correct.
true.
You can go straight to the source.
Citizenship that I can have is from the birthplace of fascism,
Yeah.
and they're no better out there. They're no better. But the thing about having the Italian
I think
citizenship.
I do okay out there.
I have EU citizenship.
It gives you a passport that allows you into all the other countries much easier.
exactly.
Oh, so she wants it for the same reason, right? But for her to get it, her father needs to get it first,
Yes.
and he's the Trump guy. So she's trying to figure out how to have this awkward conversation with this guy where it's like, hey, in case your candidate wins.
No, she can't
I-
spin it that way. She
I
has
know-
to use money. She has to say money. She has to go to him, call her, tell her, right?
Okay.
She has to go to him. She has to say, "Hey, next year I plan on going to this country in Europe for 6 months, and if I have citizenship, then I don't need a visa.
Then you can
But if I
just
don't
make it
have,
that.
right, then I
Yeah.
have to stay for 3 months. Don't bring up the Trump shit, because then he's just
Well, I don't
gonna
think
say,
she
"Fuck
is,
you."
but she's trying to figure out how to. She's trying to get him to. If he does it and gets it, then she can. But she can't unless he does it.
That's for my kids. I can get it, and once I get it, they automatically get it. And I could get it without my mom having done
but
it.
don't you have it?
No, I applied for it. I put in. I had to have a date. It was a year and a half away. I didn't do all the shit that I should have did. I
You
kind of
didn't.
slacked off,
Okay.
and now I have to do it again. But now I got my mom finally to agree to just pay a liaison to do it for us.
Okay.
So because we're lazy and we procrastinate, and let's just pay somebody $500 and they'll do it for us.
Just-
That's
Hey,
America.
it's a good thing to do. But yeah,
Yeah.
not to dwell, but it's 100% on the table in my house.
Or we could start a commune.
You forever you've been talking about starting a commune.
And now I'm too grown up to want to start a commune. Now I just want a plot of land in which
You want to join
My friends
join a commune?
build houses on that land and we hang out near each other. I don't want to share resources and shit.
Okay.
Maybe we share a swing set.
So you,
That's
Sure.
all right. We share
Yeah.
a bar.
Community. Then,
Yeah,
than a-
community.
than
We
a
buy
commune.
right, like these New Jersey. You've been to these corny New Jersey, communities where
Yeah.
like you're 55 and older adult communities.
Sure.
Right, we just make that, but just us, and with a bar in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, this whole situation, there was, you do realize, like, living in a pandemic, the chunk of time where I was unemployed and just like gardening and stuff, I was like, yeah, this is like raise your kids, educate your kids, and like grow food and like
You know what
there's
it
a part
was,
of me
John?
like longs for that.
It was simpler times.
Simpler times until somebody gets sick, and then suddenly you realize like I would have been dead as a
Watch
child.
Little House
with-
on the Prairie.
yeah.
People die.
You put 'em out
Sure.
in the barn to pass.
You put them out in the barn.
I had asthma. I had pneumonia. I would have been gone multiple times. You think about certain injuries you had in your life where, like,
Yeah. Oh,
just would have
a
been
horse
done.
stomped out my skull.
But thanks to modern medicine, I have a brain again.
yeah. I'm Burkay.
It's old pig brain Sorrentino.
Yeah. Speaking
Well-
of which, we are in the backyard of the Pigman known area. We got to be careful.
Where the pigman
There's a
would
pigman
show up.
that lurks.
Pigman
I've
lived
heard
back here.
tale.
Pigman.
Telltale.
You heard you were in the kitchen when the pigman was making some
I
noise.
was.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
You got to be on high alert back here.
I got to tell you,
We're
it was.
Pigman country.
I was cautious coming here
Yeah.
for that very reason.
yeah.
I
Oh
thought
my
about it.
God. Entering Pigman town.
Pigman country.
It's nice back here. Look, you got like all the trees, the lights.
It is
Yeah.
nice back here.
Yeah, it's like a retreat.
Laura, there used to be a pool here.
Pool.
Right
Yeah.
here. Right where I am. I'd be in the pool pretty much.
Yeah, we'd all be in the pool. We'd be pretty cool in the pool.
Pretty cool in the pool, man.
No, actually, you'd be where the filter is.
Figures.
yeah, yo, filter Laura. Me and John would be cool in the pool.
Your poor parent. I remember your father losing his mind. We shot a sketch in the pool, which was it was called Chicken Fight, and it was two guys. It was like people having a chicken fight, but it was me versus you,
Yeah,
and I had my little sister
yeah.
on my shoulders, and Chris had like a pit bull on his.
Oh God.
And the sketch was us laughing and then just blood pouring down all over us in the pool. But what it was my little sister. She was a little kid, man.
Yeah,
She had a bottle of V8 upside down, just shaking it and pouring it all over us. But we
Yeah.
poured a
I had
whole
like fake dog legs.
Oh no!
a whole bottle of V8 into the
Yeah.
pool. Like the
Just
filter
not
will take
even
care
thinking.
of it.
Yeah, not even thinking
who
about
gives
what
a
it's gonna
fuck?
do.
No.
Your father was so we did 2 takes. It was just like this pink, cloudy, shitty pool.
Excuse me.
And I remember at the time we both were like, "Yeah, what's the
It'll
problem?"
be fun.
And now I'm like, if I set up a pool for my kids, and the
Yeah.
first thing they did was pour V8 into it,
twice.
Gross. I'm
Fake-
still getting in trouble with my dad for the pool.
Really?
I still get in trouble. You know they have this
Never
recently
stop.
happened. Those floaty, the floaty thing with the chlorine in it, the
The little-
chemicals.
you put the
that float
tablets in
around.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you go in with a few people and you want to make a whirlpool and like that thing's floating around, so you take it out. And then maybe you drank a few beers while you were in the pool and you forget to put it back in, and then your dad yells at you the next morning because it
Yeah.
instantly made the pool cloudy. He was like, "Did you take it out?" I'm too old for them to yell at. Like, I'm a grown ass person, and they know that like who's taking care of them when they're old. It's gonna be me. They have to be nice to me. So he just gently reminded me to not take it out of the pool.
Well, that's nice. I get it. I'm full on dad mode. This
Yeah.
pandemic, if I wasn't like a total dad before the pandemic pushed me there real fast with the kids all the time.
Yeah.
I sound like such a fucking dad always.
You become more of a real dad as your kid gets older. I don't think you're really a real dad until your
Well, I
kids
guess
start talking to you.
I
and
got
you
all,
start
like,
talking to
the
them.
home
like,
ownership
Yeah.
dad stuff. Like when you're not working, I'm just like I'm chasing groundhogs and rabbits away from my tomato. Like I'm doing shit where normally I'd be in Manhattan working on a comedy show and I wouldn't know that a groundhog was like eating a tomato, but like I'm like looking out the window waiting for it because it comes at a set time. And I'm like, like
John's Carl Spackler.
in the middle of a Zoom meeting, he's got to be like, I got to go. It's Groundhog Hour. I
Yeah.
gotta-
so many things. Fucking groundhog, rabbit.
out there in your
squirrel.
bathrobe, like with a
Yeah.
BB gun.
Yeah, he's making C4.
So I don't have a BB gun. Christine doesn't want me to get one.
Squirrels
I
hanging out.
want a BB gun, but
You
it's
need
like
one.
it. But I will kill a squirrel if I get it.
Well, is the squirrel trying to eat your tomatoes?
Is
Because-
eating my tomato. The squirrel
Oh,
takes a
good.
tomato, eats like the top of it, and then runs away.
Hey, you know what? A salt gun. Not
oh
a,
yeah.
not an assault gun, like salt.
No, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
You just
You could shoot your friends with it too. It's fun.
Yeah.
My brother has a few.
How few?
I'm a good shot. If I get a BB gun, like I'll kill the squirrel, and if I kill the squirrel, then I got to play by Uncle Harry rules.
You got to eat him.
You got to eat it, and then you don't feel. Then you feel like you did it. You didn't waste anything.
Yeah.
Then what do you eat? How do you prepare squirrel?
On a like a pig. You just put it on the fire on a spigot.
It's so little. There's not much
Like
to
a
go with
stew, like a rabbit.
it. Yeah.
You know what I
Squirrel
mean?
stew,
Like
jerky.
carrots and potatoes would be good.
You can make squirrel jerky.
I don't know if I'd make squirrel jerky.
Be
Mm,
little
sounds pretty
strips.
cool though.
Yeah, squirrel jerky. Hey man, you want some squirrel jerky?
You got some squirrel jerky.
I think you just boil it and eat it, bones and all. Would you eat squirrel?
Absolutely not.
Would you eat squirrel?
Sure, I'll eat
Yeah,
mostly
I'm-
anything.
You're like me, where it's just like
Yeah.
I won't eat a rodent. I won't eat a reptile.
What about a
I won't
rabbit?
eat a amphibian. No,
Never had
I've
rabbit?
Really? Never had rabbit?
I will not eat rabbit.
rabbit's good.
No thanks.
First rabbit I had was my rabbit, Buster.
Aw.
That's disgusting and that's sick.
Same
That's
uncle,
no way-
same uncle killed it. Bit my mom.
Yeah, I know.
I said this before. Of all the animals I've eaten, it's like I'm not going to feel bad about the one that bit my mother. That's like the most justified one.
Okay.
It was great.
Oh,
You
if
know
want
what?
to do that.
My kid used to bite me. I should have
Yeah, you should let John Zaluga eat him.
just cooked her up.
Yeah.
Not gonna feel bad
I'll
about
call
it. Sorry,
Uncle
she bit
Harry.
me.
Oh, Uncle Harry knows how to cook a kid.
My mom had a bunch of pets that her family used to cook up. Like she had a rabbit. They gave her a rabbit. She thought it was her
Yeah.
pet.
Yeah,
Her Aunt Teresa,
that's my family
Uncle
too.
Vince, and
My mom got close with a turkey like a fucking idiot.
a goat.
I don't know what she thought they were gonna do with it. Like, well, we got a pet turkey.
How do you get close to a turkey? What are you
She
doing
did.
with a turkey?
See,
Worst
but parents-
Thanksgiving ever.
Parents now would say, "Hey, we're gonna eat this."
To eat her pet. She came home from school and it was hanging upside down, and he was
Yeah.
plucking feathers out of it.
And she loved it.
Loved it. She fell in love with a turkey.
See,
He
kids
told her not to. He was like, "Do
Fell in
not,
love with a turkey.
do not get attached to this." And she
Don't
did.
you fall in love with no turkey. I will not have anyone in my family.
I don't
falling in
know
love
how
with
you
a
fall. If I
turkey.
was gonna go hunting, I would hunt. I would go for like turkey, or I would go for like quail. Like I would shoot a bird before I shoot
well,
a
they have
deer.
small brains,
Yeah.
and deers look like dogs.
It's a little bit hard. It's when they look at
I'm
you.
not hunting. I'll never hunt. I
probably
never
not-
hunted. I don't want to hunt. If I ever had to hunt, it was because there's a weird apocalypse thing, and I had to like kill something to feed my
Sure.
family. So
Yeah.
that's
Soon.
the only way. that's
sometime
going
sometime next year, early
down.
next
yeah.
year,
2021.
you'll be hunting dogs in Great Hills.
You make
For
America
food.
hunt again.
That's
2020,
been the whole
vote
plan
Trump.
all along.
Yeah.
I think it's important. I've never done it, but I feel like everybody should. Just like you killed a chicken,
Right.
just like I would go fishing with my uncle and like cut the head off and scrape the scales. There's kind of this like know what you're eating. This thing where you deny it. It's like I only want to pack it. The people who don't eat stuff with bones in it and everything. Like I
Yeah.
think it's good to acknowledge it.
It is
Yeah.
good to acknowledge it. That's why I killed the chicken.
Yeah.
That was the whole.
And there's people who definitely judge you like, oh my God, that's horrible. But it's like,
Don't be a baby, Chris. Kill things.
I don't want to kill things.
I want you to kill stuff.
I don't want to kill things.
It's all right. You don't have to. I'm not trying to peer pressure.
no,
you
you
to
don't
kill.
you don't have to. But I just mean like
kill.
it's too easy. And actually, we all eat like way too much meat. And I'm not a vegetarian, but I think if you kind of appreciate where it's coming from, you're less likely to like pig out on meat, if that makes sense.
I want to pig out
Maybe.
on meat. I don't
Well, it's
care what
having
you say.
I think
Respect
so.
for all the blah blah
I want
blah.
nothing
I won't
but
waste. Like wasting meat drives me crazy. Because
Yeah.
I do think like
oh, you
something
don't waste
died
a
for
good
that.
meat.
No, like when a kid asks for like a hamburger at a
And doesn't eat
barbecue
it.
and doesn't
Yeah.
eat it,
I'll eat it.
I will
I'll
too.
eat it, even
because
if I
I'm
don't know
like-
that kid.
Because I'm like
I don't-
an animal, like a cow died for that.
Not even that. Like it's a burger, man. Burgers are
It's a
my
burger.
burgers are my top.
That's where you
three.
go.
Eat your
Don't
meat,
waste
Junior.
a burger.
Don't waste a
That's
burger. My top three things I'd rather be doing. No, eating a burger's in there.
Burger's good. I make good burgers lately. I do cast iron and the cast iron pan with a bunch of onions going at the same time. So I just fry the meat with the onions and I throw it like I season it. I make a good burger.
Talking my
Good burgers and good steaks. I'm in love with my cast iron pan.
You make good
I mean,
burgers.
now he's a cast
I
iron
make
pan
good- I
guy.
make
Look
good-
at him.
I'm a
He's
cast
out
iron pan.
there
I've been a
seasoning his cast iron.
I've been a cast iron pan guy before the pandemic. That was
Yeah.
pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. Laura, I'm telling you, I can cook.
He's telling me.
I can cook, Laura. When you
I don't-
assemble your post-apocalypse team, I
You
will
want
cook.
John as the cook.
I'm in. Make me some burgers or
I'll make you
squirrel
burgers.
burgers or
I'll-
whatever we have to eat.
I'll make you a squirrel burger.
Need a nice seasoned squirrel burger.
Make you a squirrel burger
Depends
and a
on whose
hat.
recipe.
Oh, my family in Italy would eat roadkill. Like if you killed a
Sure.
rabbit on the street, you got out, you grabbed it, and you brought it home.
Of course.
Stop at the car. Why? Because we're here to the dinner.
Geese, when you see like a Canada goose like crossing the road, I've never had goose. I get hungry whenever I see them.
Oh, it turns into Christmas.
I want to hit. I want to.
Buy me. Run over the biggest goose.
I want a Christmas goose. Has
I've
anybody?
never had a Christmas
I've never had.
goose.
What am I? I'm not. That's like a. Isn't that British? What is that? That's like a very
Yeah,
waspy
it's
thing.
Scrooge. That's
I don't know.
I think that's a
yeah.
waspy thing.
I'm a waspy thing. I want a goose. I'm a waspy thing that wants a
That's
goose.
This is my
Victorian.
culture.
It's Victorian.
I love
England.
duck. I imagine goose is it's just a big dark meat.
Listen,
fatty.
you can only have that on Christmas
Yeah.
right? Like with Scrooge, Victorian London.
I want to
Yeah,
go.
it's a
I want.
Tiny
I want.
Tim-like
I want
thing,
to. I
like-
want to.
Yeah, like it's not. It's
You're gonna
not, what
you're gonna hoist Ben up on your
Tiny
shoulder.
Tim gets like a gets it.
Ah,
little
Christine,
crutch.
I got the Christmas goose, and you're gonna automatically
it-
speak in an accent.
Maybe at the end, but Tiny Tim was getting like an eighth of a bean.
Baby Ben.
I want a goose. I want to eat a goose. I want
Dude,
the
I tell
neck.
you, the only way
I
you can
want
do
the
is time
longest
travel.
neck.
Well, you're gonna show up to a butcher and be like, "Give me a goose." Like nobody's got geese.
Yeah, I think my butcher can get me. First
You
of all,
think
I have a butcher who's great, walking distance from the house. I think if I call and I
He's just gonna be
say,
chasing down one of them Canadian.
I think he'll
geese.
get me a goose. He'll
Yeah?
he'll hit one with his car.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you could find whatever meat you want. You just have to go to the specialty, shops.
But I made,
Go to
but you know what's tough?
CSI, you got
I
things
made
for them.
I made duck once. They sell like bags to cook, like a bird. You ever see that? It's like a waxed paper bag. You put the
Duck
bird.
bag.
I didn't know. I cooked
Bag.
Like
I
I push duck in.
at my old. I destroyed our oven. I cooked duck in the oven, and it was just the skin. It was just spitting fat.
Because it was fatty.
The whole oven was coated
Ew.
with like grease. That duck fat, which is delicious. You ever have like French fries cooked in like duck fat?
I
No.
don't think so.
No. Oh fuck! Neither of you?
That's like a
No.
thing. Like that's like you're like you never had French fries cooked.
Where are we
in
getting
fat?
these French fries? Where is
Where
it
am I
even
getting all this duck
served?
fat?
A French restaurant?
You get it in like some. You definitely get it in like some hipster bar. You know what I mean? It'll be like on a menu, like duck fat, like French fries or something.
Never saw duck fat nothing.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Do you
I
like
never
duck?
saw duck fat nothing. I'll tell you.
I never saw
you
duck.
that
Tell you, they ain't saying no duck fat.
That's the name of this episode. Duck fat nut.
duck fat nut.
Duck fat nut.
That's my
Duck
break
fat
dancing
nut.
name. No, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I fluctuate with duck. I fluctuate with duck.
You fluctuate
I've
with
had
duck.
Peking duck from the
Yeah,
Chinese
like, I'm
food
like,
restaurant
yeah.
establishment.
Sure.
That was good.
Thai food. Thai food. You get a lot of good duck dishes.
Yeah, it depends how it's prepared.
Yeah.
I tend to like it when it's like more like Asian food. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
stick it in a sauce.
If it's like in any other way, I'm not really a
Pineapple,
fan.
like a pineapple duck is
yeah,
great.
like I like that. Yeah.
Well, I want a goose at Christmas. I guarantee a goose tastes better than a turkey.
Well,
don't
Turkey's not
nothing
a thing.
special.
Turkey's not a great meat.
It's not the best.
I like turkey a lot.
it's white
What do you
meat.
got
Yeah,
against
I like the
turkey?
white meat. I don't have anything against it, but it's no
Cold cuts.
steak.
Cold cuts. You
You
don't
know.
No, but Thanksgiving, if you just gave me some sliced like roast chicken, I'd enjoy it more than turkey. Turkey's a good way to feed a lot of people, but it's not the tastiest bird.
I like it. I like it because you know what? I could get chicken anytime. Who's preparing
I think
turkey?
John just hates America.
Yeah, I know,
I
right?
do.
It
He
sounds
really
like
does. He's ready to move. He's ready to throw Thanksgiving to the
he's throwing
chickens.
the goose
I'm-
out with the gander.
I'm moving
and
to
he's throwing
Canada.
The turkey.
I'm going to celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving, which I think is in October.
Really?
Why
yeah.
are they biting off us?
Boxgiving Day.
They're copying us.
And yeah, I'm going to have a goose.
All right. Good luck with your geese.
Who's coming to Canada with me?
What
Can
do you
you
think
get
they
it started
call,
and
What do you think
sponsor?
they call the Canadian geese up there? They're just geese?
Well, they're Canada. I said it before intentionally.
Oh, they're
I wanted to say
Canada geese.
Canadian geese,
not
but
Canadian
because that's how I
geese.
grew
Yes,
up
you're
saying
right.
it. But they're Canada geese.
Canada
Oh.
geese. Are they just geese there?
It's like Canadian bacon. Is it
Is it
just
just
bacon?
And then
Canadian
they say
tuxedo.
American
Is
bacon.
it just a tuxedo?
That's
Adam Bateman, Canadian friend of mine, he's from Vancouver. He got very upset at the whole Canadian tuxedo thing.
I know Adam Pateman. He's been on the show.
He never heard of that, and it makes no sense to him. It's like not a thing people do. You know what a Canadian tuxedo
No,
is?
I'm sitting here trying to figure it out.
It's when you have like denim.
Oh, I have heard this.
Full
yes.
denim.
Yes,
yeah,
full
the
denim.
shirt, denim jacket, denim pants.
I have heard
You're learning a whole bunch of things
Canadian
today.
tuxedo.
Taco meat, nacho tower. You're learning a lot of
I'm
things.
learning a lot of I'm
Yeah.
learning a lot of new. See, this is why I need you guys. You
Yeah.
know, Where else am I going to hear these things?
Well, Payman was very, very upset about that.
I'd like to issue a former apology. A former apology?
A former.
A former
This
formal
used to
apology
be-
for a
It could be
former
former.
infraction.
It used to be an
Used to
apology.
Now it's a goose. I've got another pumpkin mumpkin.
Pumpkin lumpkin. I got to take
Hey.
Pumpkin and Sons.
a Canadian
I'm
bathroom
on my
break.
last beer already.
I have to
Fuck
take a
it.
quick Canadian break.
All right.
All right.
Well, we'll be right back. We're back.
Oh,
Yeah, we have voicemails.
my favorite.
Your favorite.
My favorite. I seriously, I love when people call in and leave us voicemails.
Well, we have 3 voicemails from Lil Eddie.
Oh my goodness,
Guy, he's back, man. I mean, the last episode he said he was back.
he's back.
He went
in
out to
full
like a movie
force.
No
theater.
lie.
He went to a movie theater in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Pennsylvania is pretty open.
So he's back in theaters, man. He's been having a hard time this whole pandemic.
Little Eddie's back in theaters.
Has he been
Well, he
This
Laura,
fall.
streaming?
he was-
He's probably.
he's a purist. He was like refusing to stream because he wants
Oh.
to support theaters.
Well,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah, so he
I
was
like
not
that.
he was not sending in like reviews of movies he was streaming.
I respect that.
But
That's
That's what
integrity.
it's all about. Little Eddie's he's a diehard, man. He's good. I respect him. I respect his point of view. I respect his philosophies. He's a good dude.
well, he's back.
I'm happy about that.
He's mayor of Movie Town.
Mayor of Movie Town. Movie Town.
He's the
Movie
mayor.
Town.
He's the mayor.
Movie Town.
Mayor of Movie Town.
Movie Town.
Mayor.
Movie Town. He's the mayor.
I do
Movie
reviews.
Town. Movie Town.
I tell you what movies you choose. Gonna dance to
What?
these movies. Gonna make you dance, gonna make you sweat on the dance floor. These movies
Movie Town.
gonna make you groove, gonna
Movie
make you
Town.
move on the dance floor.
Movie Town.
These
Movie
movies,
Town.
Dancing in the
these movies gonna make you sweat.
Make you sweat.
These movies,
These movies.
Movie Town.
you'll never forget Little
Never
Eddie's movie
Never forget.
reviews.
Never forget. Never forget.
Every time. Every time. All right, here we go. You ready?
Hey guys, it's Little Eddie. Once again, I'm at the Regal UA, Oxford Valley 14 in Langhorne, Pennsylvania. And I just saw The New Mutants. And I did not like it. That is all.
All right.
Did
yeah.
not like the New Mutants.
Yeah, I heard it was crap.
I heard they were still making X-Men movies. After that third one, they kept going, I heard.
They went for it.
I stopped watching.
I knew he was not going to like it. As soon as he said I. As soon as he said
Yeah.
I heard it.
You know what? As soon as he said New Mutants, I knew he wasn't going to like it.
Yeah.
I heard it's just a terrible mess.
I mean, we like old mutants here.
Yeah, man. If anything, my dad
Down
has
with
taught
New
me.
Mutants.
I don't want new mutants.
Anything my dad has ever taught me in life, it's old mutants.
Old, stick to the old mutants.
Yeah.
Sun. It's like the clouds open up. Like Mufasa. Stick to the old mutants.
Stick to the old mutant.
You ready for another little Eddie?
87 and still mutating.
Hey guys, it's Little Eddie. I decided I'm making a double feature.
Ooh.
I just watched Tenet. I liked it.
Right.
That is all.
All right. Tenet.
Yeah, I heard
What-
it's good.
What is? Do you know what it is?
I
Laura?
have no idea.
I don't know what it's
What's it about?
Life Times of David Tennant.
We should.
Okay.
He's a good actor.
He is a good.
Yeah.
I would watch it.
It's a biopic. Is it biopic or biopic?
Biopic, right?
It's biopic. I don't know.
Biopic.
Biopic? I guess.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm
I've
unsure.
heard both.
I think
I'd say
biopic.
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 But I get biopic.
Biopic.
No, it's not
Like
biopic.
Biodome. Yeah.
Just like it.
Yeah, it's similar.
Biodome. When was the last time you watched Biodome?
The first time I watched Biodome.
That's it?
Probably, yeah.
Tenacious D's in it. When nobody knew who they were. All right, we have yet another voicemail from Will Eddie.
All right. Hit us.
Hey guys, it's Little Eddie, and I'm at the Regal Cinemas Hadley Theater 16 in South Plainfield, New Jersey, and I just saw the personal history of David Copperfield, and I liked it. That is all.
Wow, I don't know anything about that one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He liked it because the motorcycle drove by just
Because
as he
the
said. So I don't know.
David Copperfield.
The personal history of David Copperfield. So it's a documentary. He made the Statue of Liberty disappear.
That's right.
He walked through the Great Wall of China.
He did do that.
I was big. He would do all these TV specials. Did you watch those?
He
No.
flew.
My grandpa was big into magic. He was a magician himself. And he was big. He would record anything like that. So we would when David Copperfield had a new special, that was like a big deal.
Right.
But I remember he did one where ghosts flew around the theater, and that was one where it was straight up video effects of ghosts. And that I was done at that point.
You lost faith. That was it.
Yeah.
I went to a David Copperfield show as a kid.
You went? Where was it?
Yeah, it was in Atlantic City.
Maybe we talked
Caesar's
about
Palace.
this. Did you like it?
It was the only time I have ever been to Atlantic City. How weird is that? Most people go to Atlantic City. I only went there once as a kid.
I did it as a kid too. My parents would gamble, but then you'd end up in an arcade and you have dinner somewhere.
It wasn't even that. We went to a show. My parents never took me when they went to do their thing, which I can only imagine was wet sex.
Wet sex and cocaine.
The wettest,
Yeah,
the wettest sex.
Invite the neighbors over. Wet.
Well, I've definitely looked at this before. David Copperfield, net worth. What do you think it is?
He's got a ton of money.
By the way, I'll tell you this, Laura. He owns his own island. He has his own private island.
Oh, so
that people
he's
can
up
stay
there.
It's
at.
a magic.
What is he like? 80 million.
I was
You saying
gonna say
80
70.
million?
I was gonna say 70 mil.
70 million. You're both way off.
Really?
By how much?
David Copperfield boasts a net
320.
worth $875 million.
What?
He's almost the world's largest collection of magic memorabilia and the title of world's highest paid magician now for the fourth consecutive year.
Wow.
Wow, yes. Isn't that $875 million?
I seen that motherfucker fly live. I was there. I seen him fly around.
Yeah, at least he worked for it. What
did.
did
He
Kylie
flew.
Jenner do?
It
Kylie
worked.
Jenner has $1 billion. What the hell did she do? She made some makeup.
Yeah.
David Copperfield, he had a Vegas show that ran nonstop for 13 years, with as many as 3 shows a day, 7 days a week
That's
for 40
that's
for
too
40
much magic.
for
He
42
worked it.
weeks a
That's
year.
a lot of magic.
Wow.
That's too much magic.
You know what? I have to say, it's a little bit too much magic.
What are you,
for
a
me.
Harry Potter or something?
It's a lot
That's
of
too
David,
much magic.
can you do anything else, David? I asked you to go clean up the yard.
David,
You can do
you can
magic.
Fly. You can make the Statue
You
of
can
Liberty
do anything.
disappear, but you can't pick up your socks.
David Copperfield Island. I want to look this up. Am I pronouncing this? Mushake?
Mushake?
Musha. Cay, a 700-acre privately owned island in the Exuma chain in the southern Bahamas.
Okay.
It is owned by illusionist David Copperfield.
Good for him.
Yeah. Oh, he's great. Isn't that... It's insane to me that he's that rich.
He's really rich.
He's really...
I mean, he's a household name, John. David Copperfield.
for
Not
bullshit.
really.
It's
If
all
you-
bullshit.
If you ask your kids, if you ask your kids who David Copperfield was,
Should I text my
Yeah.
kid right now and be
Yeah.
like, do you know
Does
who
she know?
David
I
Copperfield
bet she knows
is?
who David Blaine is.
Let's see.
But not David Copperfield. David Blaine's creeping up on Copperfield. David
He's
Blaine's
not gonna
buying
get-
the island next door. You
He's
kidding
not
me?
getting Copperfield money.
He's creeping up. You
What
saw
is
that
he? He's
just
like
flew
he's
on
like
a
an
balloon, like he was an up.
yeah. It's always something like that
Bunch
though.
of balloons.
It's just like I'm gonna be suspended in a vat of oatmeal for 3 days. It's always like a.
I would
He's
like
a little
that.
jackassy.
Gwen said, sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Well, he's the richest magician on the.
He's
Planet.
Rich and
Did you
magician.
know he's worth $825 million? 75.
million.
Isn't he a Charles Dickens character?
She's asking why. I don't want to follow up with her. I'm like, I'm in the
I don't want to talk to you.
honey, I just wanted to know if you know who David Copperfield
I'm on a
is.
podcast.
I'm in the middle of recording a podcast. Could you?
Well, we have another voicemail sent
That's
to
why I'm
us
still
by
standing. I was trying to remember, why am I still standing?
Gail Thompson, Queen
yes.
Queen Mum.
Hi guys, it's Gail from the UK. I would like to put myself forward as a Secretary of Etiquette, please. As you know, the United
Interesting.
Kingdom has a long history of etiquette, and it will be my absolute pleasure to moderate all pronunciation on the programme, including a varying use of English and American idioms, sayings, so that we all understand each other clearly. I would also like to introduce a slap handshake, of which a slap will certainly be part. I would also like to monitor the use of swearing on the programme. An absolute minimum of 7 F words per episode, and any burping should be at least above a number 5 on the sphincter scale. I hope that you accept my proposal, and I look forward to hearing from you in due course. Goodbye.
Oh my God!
I'll tell you.
Yes, all
I'll
right.
tell you. She's
Our-
got my vote.
Yeah, we
Our
love
first,
Gail.
Our first toss in the hat.
So listeners may not know our Patreon group, the Little Chub Club. You can go to patreon.com/superliveadventure. We are holding elections. We're gonna have officers within the club now,
Yeah.
and that is Gail throwing her name in, the first official on the podcast to really
Yeah.
throw her hat in.
Her hat. Her hat.
Through-
in her hat.
Through her hat in her hat.
It's your name in her hat. she's
She wrote her name on that hat.
she's running on the ass burp platform. I respect it and I love
Well,
it.
I love. I mean, listen. In the end, the Chubs have to vote, but I love Gail. I would love for Gail to be a part of it.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Etiquette.
All right, our
She's
first-
running on etiquette.
She'll be the first female secretary of SLAP.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really breaking glass ceilings here.
It really is.
I support it. I'm behind it.
Who
100%.
would have thought, if you asked us years ago if we would have a female secretary here on the slap?
No! Heck darn it! I'm flabbergasted! I'm shooting 2 pistols in the
You've
sky.
been, can I just say,
He's Yosemite salmon it out.
you've been pulling out Boss Nass on every episode, buddy. I haven't said anything.
My biscuits are burning!
No. No. combo. Yosemite Ness.
Yosemite Ness.
Constipated.
Constipated.
You looked like you were really trying to squeeze one out.
Boss, you okay in there?
What?
There go them dick boys! Trying to shit!
In a gender-neutral bathroom, no less. Jeez.
All right. We
I
got
eat nothing but sausages!
we gotta go. Laura, I love you.
I love you guys.
Thank you. I'm sorry it took us this long to get together again.
Listen, you know,
Wow.
you gotta know when to
Hold them.
hold them and
Know when to
roll them,
roll
Fold.
toss them, floss them.
Sniff 'em.
them. Know when to floss them.
Know when to headlock your grandma's head.
Wait, what? Kenny, come on, man. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Laura.
Thanks for having me.
And,
it's so nice.
Listeners, Laura, you do the honors. Come on. We got to wrap this up.
You know what they say, John.
What do they say? Laura?
Where do they say that?
You gotta fit it where you shit it.